Okay, we are here at Snowshoe, and this is a quick bike check on my brand new Gianttrancex 29er. We just did the first couple laps, so real quick, if you're not familiar with it, it's a full suspension 150, 135, so 150 front and a ROGShox Gold 35 and a Fox float DPS 135 in the rear. It's got Sram SX 12 speed, which you can see right here. Sram cranks. There's the Maestro suspension. Really works good, and actually has the flip chip option, which allows you to adjust the geometry. So it goes from like a 7-degree change in the head tube angle and the seat tube angle, and raises the bottom bracket or lowers the bottom bracket depending. There's the ROGShox 135. It's got 200mm rotor in front, 180 in the rear. Got a giant dropper post. Sram brakes. They are the I think MT420 something. It's a dual piston. It's not one of their high-end brakes, but they work quite well. Got Sram levers up here, and giant giant bars, giant seat, giant dropper post, and then Maxxis DHF up front 2.5, and a Maxxis I believe it's a dissector 2.4 in the rear. So far got it a little bit muddy and having some fun. Like it a lot. So good bike. Yep. Let's have fun. Riding with my son Aiden out in front of me. You won't see much of him. He is fast and will be gone. Here we go. First run on my new bike, Trance 29. Any of you who have done shopping for a bike during this pandemic, especially in the affordable price category, know that finding inventory has been next to impossible. So Giant introduced this new bike, the Trance X29er, which is basically the Trance 29er with additional 20mm of travel front and rear. And I was searching the inventory on the internet and could find that it was available in 3 stores in the US. So in my size, there were 2 out west, I believe Utah and California, and 1 in North Carolina. Luckily for me, North Carolina was between where I live in Florida and here at Snowshoe in West Virginia. So I ordered it and picked it up on the way. And this is why my first ride is here at Snowshoe. So thanks to Giant University City in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thanks, I really like the bike. Every time I come here, I need to get reacquainted to the downhill park. Even on the green trail here, everything's faster than what I'm used to in Florida. We have some great trails in Florida: Santos, Alafaya, Markham, Virginia Key, Jonathan Dickinson. All great, but not like this. Which, as you can tell, doesn't bother Aiden, as he is long gone. Yes, Aiden prefers the lift access, and at my age, I prefer not having to pedal up anymore either. So this works great. There is the Skills Park. Probably spend a little time there this weekend. If you saw my video from our previous trip, you know I need the practice, and actually before we were done with this trip I did get a good deal of practice in there and improved quite a bit. Aiden over there, a couple of turns ahead of me. It is early Thursday morning, so we pretty much have the place to ourselves. It'll start filling up later today and through the weekend. It was also quite cold this trip. It was getting down to freezing overnight, and in the mornings when we were starting it was still quite cold, so we bundled up pretty good, especially coming from Florida. Bike is feeling good. Following this turn is my favorite section on this trail. A really fun little spot. Yeah! That's my favorite little stretch on this trail. And then pretty nasty rocky berm there. Hey there. Oh, feels pretty good. I think I put a little bit too much air in my rear shock, but I'll adjust that.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Can't wait till we do the new trail.
Yeah. Excellent. Hey, there's actual dirt on my tires now.
Oh, well.
Yes, so I lowered the air pressure just a little bit on my rear shock after this run, and it did make it feel quite a bit better actually, so I think I got that set where I like it now. these sections near the end here that wind through the trees and across the slopes, I reference every time. It's just so nice riding through this area. So pretty. Mud on my new bike. About time. It's funny to hear my reaction to that and then run through numerous more mud on the way here to wrap up this run. But that's the whole point, right? And here we are, just about to the bottom. And that just wraps it up. First run on my new bike. Easy street, the green trail here at Snowshoe. Felt pretty good. You do a little air adjustment. I think I'm in good shape. I love it. Alrighty. Where? Right here? Right here. Of course. If you made it this far, please like and subscribe, and thanks for riding with this old guy today.